I'm absolutely clear. My officers do act fairly. They do act impartially. I have seen no sign whatsoever of anything failing to be disclosed as a result of malice or ill will. It is a very, very complicated system that we are working in, and there are, as you've probably read, ever-increasing amounts of digital media that the officers have to look at, particularly in cases where the two parties, as in most serious sexual offences, for example, domestic violence, child abuse investigations, know each other. So they have to work their way through a mountain of material. And this is becoming more and more difficult. So at one level, yes, there is a question about resources. But you'll have heard, as Nick has said, we apologise to Mr. Allen. There have been things that have gone wrong. We're currently doing a huge review.
What's a huge review, Commissioner? How many when we say huge?
Well, we are looking at about 600 of our cases, and I anticipate in the sort of months and years to come, we will be having to put more time, more resource into getting disclosure right.
That speaks to Jim's point, doesn't it?
Does.
Have you got enough resources?
Well, as I've said to you before, you ask any police chief, they always want more resources. You can't do something for nothing, so I will have to move resource from another area in order to make sure... In order to make sure that it's the primary thing we must do is act fairly and bring people to justice in a proper and legitimate way. It is unthinkable that somebody who is innocent is found guilty.
Which could have happened in Mr. Allen's case, Commissioner.
Well, potentially, yes. Of course, it's quite possible that. I mean, it's. We've apologised to Mr. Allen. I'm very pleased that we're not in that position. Sometimes material is well known, not in Mr. Allen's case, but sometimes material is well known to a defendant and they don't tell us about it until very late in the day. That can look like a disclosure failure. Other times, the material is incredibly hard to find.
Yes.
What we don't want are any miscarriages of justice. What we do have is an action plan. We will have to put some more resources into that, and I have to ensure that my officers are feeling well trained and well supported, and where possible have the best technology that can support them in this work.